Baby, you're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend.
Welcome back to Love Life After. I'm Brittany.
I'm Christelle, and today we have a special guest, and I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
I am Lavon Williams, and then you're just gonna have to let me know how far to go with my introduction.
As far as you want, girl. Go ahead.
What am I supposed to do? It's like a job interview.
You can enter right.
I don't have to do no one fun fact or nothing like that.
No, you can't.
I hated that. I don't want to do that. I always never had a fun fact, so yeah, we can skip that. Yeah,
everybody got a fun fact,
right?
Girl, my fun facts are nothing. Like I'm boring.
You make bow ties,
right? That's a fun fact.
That's a fun fact, but you know.
Handmade. That's
handmade bow ties. That's
right.
Okay,
that's
we'll let her start over. Go ahead, restart your introduction.
My name is Lavon Williams. I am the owner, operator, creator, founder of Mason Luke's Little Gentleman Collection.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Now there you go. So now what's a fun fact?
That was my fun fact.
I know that's right.
Okay, so welcome back to Love Life After again. This is again our second season.
Yep, second season.
We
rocking and rolling.
Right. Yeah, we've got really good feedback from the first one. Nice. We're excited. We're glad that you're here.
I'm excited.
We actually met her
at another women's empowerment event.
Right. Yeah. So we're glad that you're here. We can't wait for this to be out there so you could tell people what it is that you do. Okay. So we started doing this like a little different. Our first season was just kind of like, we just went right into it. But the second season, we wanted to do more like, talking more about what Love Life After is about. Love Life After is about loving life after anything. After, struggles, after obstacles, whatever it is that, you went through to get to where you are today. Right. So we want to ask you, how did you get your business started? We could get into that with like love. We know you have a child. So what's love to you?
What's love to me? Love is just having it's kind of hard for me to explain because it's kind of like just a feeling that you have that just has no boundaries to it. Like I just think about the love for I actually have 2 children.
Oh, okay.
I have my youngest is Mason Luke. That's who I started the collection after. Then I also have a 21-year-old.
You have a 21-year-old?
Yes, ma'am.
Girl, stop.
I got a 21-year-old. My 21-year-old.
Hold on, what? You do?
Yeah. Yep.
You look good.
Thank you. Thank you. Girl.
I would have never knew that.
Yeah, I got a 21-year-old.
Wow.
And I got a
you started all over.
Girl. Who you telling?
Started all over.
All over. Like, this is completely brand new. Completely brand new. It feels like it's brand new because it's a 20-year gap.
Right.
So yeah, but
oh my gosh.
I just think about the love that I have for my children. It's like you can't even. It's undescribable.
Right.
It's like the deepest feeling that you can have for someone. Yeah, that feeling is like nothing can compare to it. So love is just, to me, love is like a feeling. That you just have, and everybody loves differently.
Yep. And then you can have love for someone. You have different love for everybody.
Right, and there's different types of love.
That
you put out. So yeah.
Okay, so have you ever like cared about someone so deeply that you lost? You kind of like makes you lose yourself.
You could lose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that before, and I kind of had that as a learning lesson. And I said I would never lose myself again in another relationship. Because you have to learn how to love yourself first before you can love somebody else.
That's what we talk about. Like, especially like the self-love. You have to love yourself first.
Right.
Because if you don't, I think almost everyone, because we had Kisa on, and she was talking about loving yourself before you can actually love someone.
Right.
So I'm kind of excited to like for people to bring that up first, so you actually know, okay, this is love, but you can't love other or without, you loving yourself first.
Because I always look at it as though, how am I going to show love to somebody else when I can't show it to myself?
Right.
And then that's when I think people get into situations where you just stuck in it, and it's like then you don't love yourself, and you lose love for the person that you with because you don't know how to love.
Exactly.
Right.
You don't even know what love is. You don't know how to accept it, and you don't know how to give it. So, that's.
But how do you show yourself love?
I've just started focusing on me. I take care of myself.
Amen.
I used to always worry about other people, and you put other people first, and you got to make sure everybody else is good, everybody else is straight, and you put yourself on the back burner.
Right.
And
you can't do
I
that.
read about that the other day, and I think I took a note on that because how people they just put other people first. I used to do that. I just like put people first before me, and then I learned. I said, "Look, Christelle, you got to change that up, right?"
Yeah, because I mean, especially when you're just putting other people first, and you're trying to help people. And they don't want the help. They don't accept the help, and you running yourself crazy trying to help them, but they continuing on with their life. So it's like, wait, you got to just take a step back.
Yeah, one thing I absolutely cannot stand. Like I don't like ungrateful people.
Right.
Yep.
Like when I go above and beyond and bending my back for someone, and it's like it's unappreciated and they ungrateful about it. It's just like, you know what, swerve.
Right.
I can't.
Because and they gonna go on about their business,
right?
And they doing what they do, and you've done gave all your energy, your time, your resources, whatever your resources are, and they don't appreciate it. And then it's like,
I don't
know what? Like it could be because they're broken. Because when people are broken, they take advantage of people's kindness.
About people's kindness,
right?
Yep.
So I've learned that because I know people like that. You just give, and they're like, oh well.
And they just take, and don't say thank you. Don't. At least if I give to you, show me how you're using what I gave you in a positive way.
Right.
Don't just take and then you're not even doing nothing positive with it. You're not doing nothing with it. You're just taking it and then coming back for more.
Right.
Coming back for more. It's like, okay.
It's exhausting.
Right.
You
can't have people like that in your life.
Right.
It's just going to drain you.
So that's how I still care for people. I still help people. But I just put myself first.
That's right.
And
you got to.
And those that, are innocent, like kids, of course, I'm putting my kids first. My infant comes first because he innocent. You can't you can't do it for yourself. But grown folks, y'all act silly if you want to. Like, don't come to me. Don't keep coming to me because I'm pumping the brakes.
I know that's right.
One of my clients was telling me the other day how she tried to she has a boyfriend. She's trying to put but she has teenager. I think one was 17 and 19 or something like that. She said she was trying to put her boyfriend before her kids because her kids were ungrateful. And I was like, but they're your kids. Like, how do you put him before
I never put a man before my kids. I don't care who it is. It could be their father. You're not coming before my kids.
Listen, you know what?
It could be my husband. My kids come first.
That's just like people be asking me, like, yeah, so if you cook dinner, who plate you
first?
This always comes up.
Yeah.
Right.
This always comes up. And when I volunteered in college, I volunteered at the Raleigh Rescue Mission, and we prepared the food, and we actually had to feed the men before the kids. And I was like, wait, hold on, this is backwards.
Right.
Because the men at the shelter, they have to get up earlier, they go out and they go work. They go to work, so they need to get fed first. And they was like, we don't want them to wait because they might be angry and they got to go out and work. So we feed the men first, send them on their way, and then the children and the children and the moms eat second. And I'm like, that's not how it go down in my household. Because if I'm cooking, my kids eating first.
Right.
And my husband, he's okay with that. He's like, nah, let the kids eat first.
Exactly.
But a lot of households growing up, like, they like, no, the man eat first. He's the head of the household. He gets the first plate. I'm like, nah, that's not how it rock in my household.
That ain't how it went in my house. And my mom, we got fed first, and my dad was okay with that because his whole goal was to provide for his family.
Right.
So, of course, when she cooked, he was like, okay, yeah, make sure these kids taken care of. Right. I mean, of course, he know he gonna eat. It ain't like she gonna give us all the food and she ain't leave him no
she ain't
food.
leave him none, right. But that's always been a thing. Like, oh, no, your husband is supposed to come first because he's the head of the house. Like, he comes before the children. And I'm just like...
We all work.
Like, yeah, because now it's like, okay, we all go to work. Right. Everybody contributes.
Right.
And if I cook, you can cook. You can clean up while I'm cooking. We can cook together. So it is no.
Yeah.
You sit down and chill because you went to work this morning. I went to work this morning too.
Exactly.
And the kids they woke up and went to school this morning too. So it's to me it's balanced. We just gonna do this together.
Togetherness, and I think that's like people stuck in
their ways
and back in the days like nah, it's 2019, it's a new generation,
right? And then there's still sometimes I think you just gotta use common sense in certain
that
situations.
too.
Like,
that too.
I get it.
I'm curious. Like, I really would like people to let me. I want to know what people do in their household. So if y'all do it differently, just let us know because I'm curious to know
they probably
it.
gonna be like, oh shit, nah, my baby. I'm like, here, Mason.
Right.
Like for real.
Eat first.
Yeah, you eat. I mean, because I thought, and then you eat together.
Right.
So when they say the husband gets the plate first, does that mean that he's sitting there to the table by himself eating, and then the kids just over there waiting like, okay, when daddy gonna be done so I can get me something to eat? I mean, if we all eat together, all of us sitting down to the table together.
It don't matter who get the first plate.
We sitting the plates down. And then we all gonna just start eating together at the same time.
Right.
So what difference do it make as far as who plate I sit on the table first? Because still I'm fixing the kids' plates first.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna give you your plate and I get my plate and we sit down. Or both of us fixing plates and we sit down
together.
I tell my husband, you need to fix your own plate.
Yeah. I mean the kids, they can go ahead and sit down because I don't want your dirty little hands in my pots.
Right.
And y'all sit down, but the adults can go ahead and get the kids' plates together and then everybody sit down as a family and eat. I think that's lost in a lot of households too, because nowadays people eat out or the one kid up in the room eating, the other kid over here eating. Nobody just sits down and have a family dinner.
Yeah. That's one thing I try to like enforce in my household. Like sit at the kitchen table and eat.
Yeah.
Like we ain't gonna be eating in your room. Like we ain't doing all of that.
Or
like
walking around eating.
Or sitting in front of a TV eating. No, we gonna sit at the table and we gonna have discussion. Like how was your day today?
Right.
Like what did you do? Like what are you looking forward to?
Right.
So I try to enforce that in my household real heavy. So
because I've seen a lot of people that they just like, oh well, let me stop and get something to eat, but it's food over here. Everybody just everywhere with their whole schedule. So like for me, I'm a single mom, so it's just me. So when I eat with my son, I sit him up to his little table, or I'll sit him in a high chair, and I sit to the table with him, and we still eat together,
right?
Because I'm still trying to show him, okay, I'm eating, you eat, and it's dinner time, so you can know this is the time that we're gonna eat.
Right.
But so I think even if you single or if you married, you can still incorporate eating. Whatever your family is, however you got your family identified, then y'all can still sit down and eat and break bread together. And everybody get up, put your dish in the sink, and everybody gonna wash these dishes.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna be washing all the dishes.
Right.
Look,
or at least load the dishwasher.
If I cook, they gotta clean. I'm not cleaning.
You can't do both.
Right. Like if I'm cooking, you sitting down while I'm cooking, so you better be cleaning those dishes.
And I probably went to the store and went shopping for the food too.
Right.
Gotta go to the grocery store, go shopping, pick out the stuff, put the stuff on a conveyor belt, take it off the conveyor belt, put it back in the cart, take it out the cart, put it in the trunk,
and
take it out the trunk
yourself.
Right.
Like all
bring it up the steps, unload it, put it up, take it back out to cook it.
Right.
It's too much. I get it.
And then you want me to do what?
Right.
And I gotta remember who's supposed to eat first. I already know who eat first. My kids gonna eat first.
Right.
Like it's too many tasks.
Yeah, it is. For real.
That was a good segment on love. I mean, they all felt kind of like love.
Was that love?
Was that love?
I mean,
we're showing love to our kids.
Oh, right? Okay. Yeah, it's love, family falls
love,
into
family,
love.
And common sense.
Oh, that was good. Thanks for sharing. Okay, with the life segment, so we'll leave it to you again to let us know, how did you get started with your business? Tell us how you got started.
So, pretty much, since I am a mother of two, when it comes to accessories, like I like to dress my little boys up. Even when my oldest son was younger, I still like to dress him up. And it's hard. There's so many good things out there for little girls, but there's no accessories, nothing for little boys. So when I would go find him a tie, it was always the same plain old looking man ties for this little baby. They were wide. They were made of these old people silk polyesters. I ain't like it. So I was like, I'm gonna start making my own ties. So I started making his own ties. People liked them, and
were you always crafty?
I can say I'm crafty because I'm a do-it-yourselfer. Like when I go buy stuff, even for my house, if it got to be put together, I'm putting it together.
Right.
I like do-it-yourself DIY projects.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like little stuff like that. So, long story short, my friend Dion, where I met you at her event, she was just like, Lavon, you should start a business of some sort. And I never thought I was the person to be an entrepreneur. Like I was so used to this 9-to-5 lifestyle.
What were you doing before?
Before I used to work for a insurance company.
Okay. Do you still do that?
No.
Okay.
And that kind of made me think too when she was telling me about starting a business. When I worked for the insurance company after I had been there for 5 years, I went out on maternity leave. Okay. I came back, and the next day I had a meeting with HR, and they told me my position was going to be eliminated in 30 days.
What?
I just had a baby. I just bought a house.
What?
And while I was working for this company, I was traveling, doing like training and stuff like that. So for the first 5 months while I was pregnant, I'm all out of town for this company.
Wow.
Basically teaching somebody else to take over what I was doing.
Wow.
Because they outsourced the department. They kept like 5 people. I think I still could have been one of the 5 if they wanted me to. Wow. But yeah, so that was my moment when I was like, I mean, now I still work a corporate job, but if anything was to happen, I said I would never allow for myself to be in that situation where a company can just say, okay, we don't need you no more, and then I don't have my own to
fall back on.
Yeah, to fall back on or my own business. So when I thought about that, I was like, okay. So that's why I started the collection. I wanted it for toddlers, for kids, and I'm going to be getting into adults as well. And then I just wanted something for my son too. I also just wanted something to show when I was searching for these ties and accessories, I didn't see any of us on the page. Like every time I search, it's none of us sporting these bow ties. And then I felt almost as if it's like we can't dress our kids up, or this is not our demographic. This is not our lane to be in. So I was like, you know what? That's why I named it Mason Loop. He's the face of his company. That's that way when little kids go to the website, or when moms go to the website, I want you to see a little brown boy on the website. So that way your kids don't have to feel like they can't step outside the box and be a little gentleman, like basically, because I feel like that's something that I don't want to get lost. Because when I look at some of the kids now, they feel like if you dress up or if you act with manners or anything like that, then
that's
you
a problem.
lame, you corny. Yeah. And that's not the case, and that shouldn't be the case with our youth. So I'm like trying to keep little gentlemen intact, so all these little girls growing up can have some little gentlemen to help take care of them, like the same way we have, and we already losing it. So when I look at the selection pool, I'm like, if this is what I got, kind of right now, can you imagine what it's going to be like 20 years from now if we don't keep teaching this gentleman quality into our young men? So I'm real passionate about trying to raise my son to be a gentleman. Like, I don't want you to be rude to females, to anybody. Right. I want you to act accordingly. And that's why I started the collection.
So I know you say your son motivated you to start it. So when you make the ties, like, do you just, hey, I like this fabric, I'm gonna make it, or do you just say, hey, like, what would look good on my son? Or
I think about I wanted something fun. So with the toddler collection, I want something fun, playful, because I didn't like. Like I hated that, because I hate them big stripe. Y'all know them granddaddy ties, and they be wide. Yeah. Right. So like my neckties, I make skinny neckties. I mean, because I'm like, if I'm gonna make a classic piece, I want to put a modern twist to it. Right. So let me make skinny neckties. And when I pick out my prints, I just try to pick something that's fun, playful, but yet it can still be like a classic piece that they can use on multiple times. Like you can wear it with different color shirts and stuff like that. So that's how I look at it. And then I look at it not only as far as what I would like. I have to get out that mindset, like what would I like for my child? Right. Because everybody takes it and like mine. Different. Yeah. Right. So sometimes I see prints, I'm like, oh, I don't like this. But
somebody else might, yeah.
But I think I got pretty good taste. So most of the time when I go off of what I like, it kind of works out too.
It works out. So when do you like? So basically, if someone places an order, like, are they like basically made to order, or do you like make a certain amount at a certain time, or?
So for right now, since I did actually just launch the collection yesterday, I had made a bunch. Wow. Yeah, I actually launched it. At the event. So for me, that was kind of like my launch too, because I hadn't sold anything or opened up the website or anything like that. And I made a whole bunch of ties for the location, but I do made to order because I allow for you to kind of like customize.
Right.
So if you want with your necktie a different fabric print on the back, or with your bow tie, if you want a double layered bow tie where one print is underneath and another, like I do that. So I allow where it's open, but I also go ahead and put some options out there so that way if you want something that's already pre-made, you can. But I do make them to order. Okay. So that way it's kind of like I'm still trying to learn how to balance since I got to work and then I got my baby and then I got to find time when I go home. I'm like, okay, so I can't just have a whole production of.
Right. Oh, so you still do have the other job?
I have another job. I'm just still not at. I'm not at the insurance company, but yeah. I still have a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
See, it's doable.
It is doable.
It can be challenging.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And I will say you definitely have to be organized. I've tried winging it, and it does not work. You will be stressed.
I know, because I stopped, because I was making bow ties and head wraps. Yeah. And I just like, but not. I was doing like the African fabric because I'm from Africa, and I was like, okay, a lot of people don't really have all that here, so let me, start doing it. I had my mom helping me, and just like, I'm still gonna do it eventually, it was a lot, right? But it was just a lot.
It's a lot, and you got to do the website.
Yeah,
because then I was like,
and I gotta work. I'm still working on a website for this for Life After.
I just hit publish on mine before I came.
Really?
Oh, okay.
But and I'm still tweaking it, so it's not exactly how I want it. But I mean, if I
are you doing it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm doing it myself because I mean I'm just being cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I could do it myself.
Right, you can do it yourself. Yeah.
I actually have a friend of mine who's doing one for my like Belvy Creations. And she normally charges $1,000 to do all the content and the website. But if you give her all the information, she'll do it for $500. Okay. So I'm like, when she first told me she was doing my website, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Yeah. And I said, how much you gonna charge me? And she told me the price, and I was like, oh, okay, well that's that's her craft. That's what she does. Yeah. And then she was like, well, I'm doing it for you for free. I just want you to give me business.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like,
well, you can't beat that.
Right. I was like, thank you. But I didn't want to be greedy. I was like, okay, should I get her to finish my other lap afterwards? No, maybe not.
So you already have one site up that she did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she just finished it 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So she
good.
did a good job.
Yeah, and that's I'm like, especially just starting out, because with me being new to the whole business world, and then being a mom, my finances are strict.
Right. No, I understand.
So anytime I find anything that I can do, and I think I'm a jack of all trades, like I'm gonna try to do it. So like with the website, it's taking me some time because I want to do it, and I still want it to be done correctly and looking professional and all of that. But maybe later on I can get somebody to
do it, fix it for you.
Fix it up.
I mean, I think if you could do it, like,
I would do it.
By all means, go ahead and do it. It's a lot of
and
work,
a lot of these websites are designed like it is so easy. It's just the
time to do mine.
Yeah. That's what I use. Oh, okay, and so they basically give you every single thing you need. Yeah. They got the store there where you can just add the stuff. So I mean, for people that's just starting out, because I used to always use that as a hindrance too. Like, financially, it takes a lot to start a business, but you can still start a business as long as you plan accordingly.
Right.
So, I mean, you just have to take time out of your day to sit down and devote this. Like, I have however many hours designed just to web design. I don't do any bow ties. I don't do nothing about fabric.
Right.
It's strictly my website. And then my other days, okay, this is my cutting fabric day. This is my sewing day. This is my packaging day. Because I do my own packaging and all that stuff too. Until I can find it.
That seemed like a lot. So how long in a time block of a day does it take you to like cut fabric to sew in a package?
I don't even know.
You just be doing it?
Because I just do it. It's like when I get home from work and I get my son ready for bed and we didn't eat and he down sleep, then I'm like, okay, which one am I going to do now? Right. And I actually sometimes just work until I either get super sleepy or he wakes up and bothers me. And then I go to bed. But typically it doesn't take me long to cut. It really don't take that long to sew either. Right. As long as I got my organized.
Right. As long as you know what you're doing.
What I'm doing and I stick to it, then it works out.
Have you ever start and then like, I'm going to finish this tomorrow?
All the time. Girl, when I go home, I got fabric in my workstation. Like, I have a extra room that was my guest room, but that has now turned into my workstation. And before I came up here for the event, I was sewing ties. So yeah, and then sometimes I'm up at night. Them? I have 35 in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's 35. A good number.
Yeah, and I did really well yesterday.
So once you get like off the ground and you feel like you're like, you able to like get some assistance, like would you get an assistant and get someone to help you sew?
Absolutely. I've been trying to get one, but people don't know what they do.
Oh yeah, especially like you particular, like
I'm particular, exactly, yeah. And so I thought, and like my brother, he told me, he said, Lavon, you say it's simple, but it's not simple. You say it's simple because that's what you love to do and that's your craft. Right. But I was like, okay, cut the fabric. I'll do my own little pattern. Like I just lay it on top and just cut.
Okay, cut.
All you gotta do is cut. It's people can't cut. Like
I can't.
I'm thinking you just cut, but not just you need to stay in a straight line. You got to make sure the fabric don't wrinkle. You got to make sure when you pin it, it ain't bunched up. Right. Then you got to make sure you don't have some other fabric that you already cut underneath, and then you start slicing into my bow tie. And
you got to make sure that happened.
Oh, really? Like I had some already cut, and she was just trying to help me out, and she went to cut it, and she cut into the fabric, but I mean, she didn't mean to, but that just shows it's not as simple as it looks. So that's why, like with my ties, I really do make them with love.
Right.
I stay up late. Like I don't go to bed sometimes till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Did you bring any to show us today?
I didn't, but I can show you on my I can show you a picture from the event.
Oh, okay.
So I'll show you my space that I have at the Mom Lounge in Triangle Town Center Mall.
Mom
Lounge is on
Triangle
Town Center Mall.
Yeah. In Raleigh.
So it's on the first level.
I've seen her pictures online on Instagram. And they look nice.
It's so nice.
It's a nice size too.
That was the best, and yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to her too, because without her opening up that lounge, I wouldn't have had the avenue and the opportunity to have my ties showcased in a retail location.
Right.
So
that's a blessing.
It was a blessing to even to meet you ladies when I went to the event, and then just to meet her, because when she opened that up, I was like, that is a good idea. She's right next to Motherhood. She's across from the play area.
Oh, wow.
That's
and
smart.
Children's Play is right across the hall. So I was like, this is the perfect location. And then her whole idea was to help mompreneurs.
Right.
Like, so she got different vendors set up in there, showcasing their products. And then you can go in and work in her back stations or whatever. So her whole idea was like, it's nice. So y'all should go.
Wait, so is it something that she's like, it's something that, was it a one-time thing or something that she does continuously?
It's a store.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a store?
It's a store. So the grand opening was yesterday. So she opened the doors to the Mom Lounge. So it's officially up running. You can go and purchase. So you can go to the Mom Lounge and purchase your Little Gentleman Collection ties. If it's something in there. So I'll be bringing stuff up every week or every 2 weeks according to how, the inventory and everything. But you can go there and purchase, and then you can just either send me a email at info@masonloop.com or go to Instagram or whatever.
That's dope.
And then I can ship it out to you. But yeah, so I'm thankful for her for like her whole idea of that. That helped me out a lot.
I know. Like who sits and think about, like,
I don't know. That's dope though. Cause that's helping everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. It's open, so yeah.
So what else you got in there?
It's so it was my section. It's another mompreneur that does children's books.
Okay.
Daddy's Little Girl.
Oh,
she has children's books and T-shirts. Mm-hmm. It's another mom that sells African print handmade earrings.
Okay.
And I think she has T-shirts, and it's another mom. She has like accessories like earrings. It's actually another. She's a little younger, a kidpreneur in there, and she does like women's empowerment stuff. So she has like cups that has like girl power, female boss, or slay. Dope. Like it's really cute. And then it's like 3 boutiques in there that sells clothing. It's another girl in there that sells cosmetics.
That's a lot.
It is. That's dope.
Yep, and it's also neat. Like when you pull it up. So yeah, she sells cosmetics, and then there's also someone in there that does helps with finances like taxes,
preparation,
and stuff like that. Oh, wow. So it's kind of like she got some of everything, and then you can go in the back, set up your Wi-Fi, and work. If you just
it's like a workstation too.
Yeah, she got workstations in the back with a couch and a TV, so you can just chill. Wow! So it's really nice.
That's dope. We gotta check. Yeah, we gotta go check that out.
Y'all have got to go.
Yeah. And what was her name again?
Mom Redefined.
In here too.
So yeah, it's Mom Redefined on Instagram. Rika B. Yeah.
Shout out to Rika B.
Yes.
Thank you, girl.
Yes, girl. Yes. You are putting moms on, and I appreciate it.
I know that's right.
That's what's up. I'm glad y'all went. I wish I could have went.
That's all right. You can still go.
Yeah, I know. We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go.
We need to go.
And
maybe one.
That's dope though. I never thought about like doing anything like that. That's really dope. It's a dope idea.
Yeah. So this is her. This was like the doors opening.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
so man, a lot of people came out showing support and love.
That's a good shot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She had a photo booth and photographer. So I'm trying to see if I can find one that shows kind of like the inside of the store.
That one looks nice.
Yeah, so you see how it's set up. It's just like a retail location.
Oh wow!
But and then she has every mompreneur's picture over there.
I wish people could see this, but yeah, just go on their Mom Redefined page and you can see all her stuff. Yeah, that's nice.
That's dope.
We need to go in.
And then just go to Triangle Town Center Mall
in Raleigh,
right?
In Raleigh, North Carolina, on the first level,
and purchase your Mason Luke bow tie.
Yep, your Mason Luke Little Gentleman collection. And Mason Luke says thank you in advance to all the support. He really appreciates it.
So the proceeds and the profits that you make from the company, like, are you gonna like put a little college fund away from for him?
Absolutely. Yeah,
that's what's up.
So yeah, everything that I would like to maybe later on, once I get this whole thing started, find an organization to where I will be able to donate some proceeds.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's dope.
So something, and I want to have something dealing with children. So later on down the line, I want to do something like that. So yeah, definitely I have this starting it for him too.
Right.
And even with my oldest son, if he wants to get incorporated with it, so that way it can be more like a because he's
family event.
A family thing in some way.
Does he like wearing bow ties and stuff?
Not necessarily bow ties, but he's always worn ties, neckties, suits. So we can kind of like incorporate some type of family business in there. But
that's good.
With Mason, I want him to be able to grow up and hopefully keep this thing going.
Right.
Like I'm trying to be in Saks.
I know that's
right. No, for real though. For real though.
I know that's right. Oh my God, that's exciting.
So yeah, I'm excited.
So what is one thing you're scared of? What are you scared of? Like with your business and just life?
With this business, I'm scared of it all because I feel like
you new to it.
I'm new to it. I never thought I would be an entrepreneur. When I tell you, I was not checking for no entrepreneurship.
I know.
But when reality hit, and I see how corporate America jobs could care less about you, and you have to start investing in yourself because they're not.
Right.
I guess I don't know what I can say I'm scared of, because I just want everything to just work properly.
Right.
So I try not to
think about the negative and what could go wrong.
Good for you.
Yeah, I try not to think about the negative, because whatever it is, if it is an obstacle, I'm always
it's a lesson learned.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned, and let me see how I can
maneuver around it.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Amen to
that. For real, that's the type of attitude you have to have, though, because if you have doubts and you scared, like scared money don't make no money.
Right.
Like you gotta take risks.
Right.
You got to, because you ain't gonna never know if it's gonna work if you don't try.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess I kind of got past my scary part
because by doing it, right?
Taking that risk,
taking the risk, like you did it,
right?
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I got past that, and I just know that I don't go into it looking like, oh, I'm making money, like within I already know you're not gonna make money in the first whatever many years, but that's not my whole point behind it. Like for me right now, I do want to make sure that I instill in my child being a little gentleman, and other little boys too. It's all about being a little gentleman and carrying yourself in a respectable way and being respectable. And you're going to feel how you look.
Exactly.
I believe that, because you know how some days you down in the slumps and it's like, let me get up, put some clothes on.
Right. Or so your hair don't look good.
Or your hair don't look good your whole day off. So
yeah, for real.
I don't think it's too young to start incorporating that.
Especially with Black young men.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and my boys, they about to go to middle school, so I be telling them, like, man, you can't be going outside looking half crazy now. You gotta make sure you brush your hair, make sure you put some lotion on.
Right, lotion. Like, they hate lotion.
I know, like I'm like, did you put lotion on? Like, did you wash your face right? Like, come on, you got eye boogers all in your eyes.
Did you brush your teeth?
Right, like. I be trying to, like, enforce that with them too. For the most part, they do pretty well, because, like, my children, they love to dress up and stuff like that. But
that's good.
I still be trying to stay on top of them, like, to make sure they look presentable.
Right.
Like,
so they can keep it.
Keep it up.
Once they start going to school, and these other kids might start being an influence, like, well, dang, I'm always dressing up, but they always wearing this, this, and this. So let me start. No, you don't have to conform to what other people
doing. Like. Exactly. You gotta be your own person. Right. Be your own leader. Right. Like, don't be a follower. Like, I instill in my kids all the time, because it's like, to be honest, it's hard. They kids.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
But they get it though. They get it. Like, the more you tell them, the more they're like, okay. Like, my son, if I tell him something, he'll always remember, like, oh man, okay, mom did say that, so let me not do it. Yeah. So they listen.
Even when we think they're not listening. When you teach them in the right way to go, they're gonna do it. They might depart from it briefly, right? But they're gonna come back, because they're gonna remember what their parents taught them. Right. So that's why I'm like, let me teach Mason early, right? And hopefully, because the school system now, I can only imagine what it's gonna be like when you go to school.
Let's not talk about the school.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that is a whole nother podcast. Because let me tell you something. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, like, the school system, this is like, I know you say you don't want to touch on politics, but it's a Netflix series. When They See Us. Have anybody seen it?
I have not seen it, but I have heard about it, and
I think they started.
I wanted to look at it. I was actually gonna, because someone told me about it, because I kept seeing it all on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm like, what is this when they see us? Yeah, and I was gonna watch it before I came, but then I said, if this gonna make me mad,
it made my daughter mad.
Okay, so I was like, let me wait and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I think every Black person should watch it, to be honest, because it really.
But I guess I'll.
You should definitely watch it, because you know why? Because we raising young Black men. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. It's about a story that happened when I wasn't even born yet. This happened in April 1989.
Okay. Dang, you weren't born yet?
I was born in 89. I was born in October 89.
Oh, dang.
But it's about the Central Park 5 boys. Basically, these kids was in Central Park, and they got caught up, because you're not supposed to be in Central Park at a certain time. Right. You know how the cops ran them out, whatever. But during that time while the cops was running them out the park, whatever, a white woman was getting beat, battered, and raped. Mm-hmm. So instead of them trying to fully and properly investigate who did this to this woman, they was like, oh, it was some Black kids in Central Park that wasn't supposed to be there. They were, like, basically taunting and bothering the bike riders. Oh, they did this. So they basically picked 5 random kids and pinned the rape on them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
don't tell no more.
I'm not. I'm not. But it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's
why. A true story.
Yes, it's a true story. A true story. And that's why, like, when you say that you starting this business because you want your son to be a young gentleman, like, I feel like that's so important, because our children need to know they need these values instilled in them now.
Right.
Because when they become of age and they become teenagers, like, you know, like they're going to encounter situations and they need to learn how to move.
Exactly.
Because they could get caught up being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
So it's important. It's very important.
It is.
It's very important.
That's why I say, I mean, it's like it's beyond just a tie for me. It's not like, oh, you just dope. Make tie. No, it's not. It's not just a tie. It's the meaning behind the making of the tie.
That's right.
And the look that you give when you have on the tie is.
Yeah, when you look good, you feel good.
When you look good, you feel good. You act good. And like she said, you just know how to. When you get put in certain situations, you will know how to maneuver and you'll know how to respond accordingly.
Right.
And hopefully you'll know. Like in their case, sound like they didn't put themselves in that situation, but also try to not put yourself in a situation to where you could get caught up. Like, unfortunately, it's just that's how it is.
Especially back then, that's how it was. You know, they was black and it was a white woman that was raped and battered. So I mean, you know, it's sad, but that's why I say y'all gotta watch it because it's a lot that play into it, and it's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, the way times are now, like, you know, back then when it was racism and all of that, you know, like black people, we ain't really had no say, we ain't had no voice, we couldn't vote, we couldn't do things, we couldn't even sit in the same section as white people.
Right.
But now these time and days, like, we gonna fight for our kids. There's no way nobody gonna tell me my kid did something. I'm gonna believe my child.
Right.
And if not, I'm gonna question my child too.
Right. I'm gonna question them too.
And then at least, like, you know, as a parent, you've taught your child. So that's why too, when I say I want for mothers, parents, fathers, grandparents to look at the site and to see a little brown boy on the site, like it goes, like, again, it goes just deeper than, because me as a mother, I want you to know that it's okay to teach this to your kids, to teach your child to be a gentleman, regardless of what your situation is. Like, just teach it to your kids.
Right.
And you're not alone in it. So when you go and you see a lot of collections on ties and stuff that I see, they have gentlemen on it, but you don't see us associated with the word gentleman.
No.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I put it out there, because a gentleman can be associated with a young black male, can be associated with the black male. So it's kind of like, don't even break the stigma that's on us already at a young age, because they try to put it on our children too. Like, and then sound like with the movie, okay, just because you black, you done did something.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to talk too much about it, but y'all have to watch it to understand.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
It's crazy. I mean, I think it's only like 4 episodes, but each episode is like a little over an hour. So
yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
It's crazy though. It's crazy.
I'll watch it. I'll let you know.
You want to get into the after segment?
Oh well, yeah, we could do the after. Yeah, with the after. So what? I know, Dion. We love you, Dion.
Dion, y'all know she was on last season.
Yeah.
So
she was. So I know she was a person, or to motivate you to do this. So what advice will you give someone who's like want to do start their own business, but just like, I don't know if I want to do it. Kind of like how you did. So what advice will you give them?
I would say first, surround yourself with positive people and like-minded people. Everybody's not going to be in your corner.
Nope.
Everybody don't want to see you win.
Yep.
Everybody's not going to support you. But if you do find people that support you, then take hold of it. I would say too, don't be too hard on yourself. And if you got something that you want to do, it might not be done in the time frame that you want to be done. But it'll get done. So you just got to, like, set boundaries, organize what you want to do. I did have to put myself on a timeline, because at first I was like, I'm gonna drag this thing out if I don't actually put myself on a timeline. And then just believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you.
Right.
So just believe in yourself, and it don't even matter what nobody else believe anyway. As long as you believe in yourself, then
exactly.
And that's crazy. That's what Justin said. We had Justin and Tristan. They are both do clothing.
Okay.
And his design, his brand is Believe in You. He spell it different.
Nice.
It looked French.
Yeah.
But but how you pronounce it?
it's Bienvenue. It's like, but it's believe in you. Oh,
okay, that's nice.
So he switched it up, but that's what he said. He was like, that's why I named it that brand, because he was like, yo, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe in you.
Right.
So that's why he just spelt it funky. He was like, yeah, because I knew people was going like, they was gonna look at it crazy and be like, oh no, that's not believing you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But then he put a little twist to it.
Yeah. So I mean.
So
that's right.
Like,
you
believe in you, because if you don't, then
nobody else gonna believe
in you. That's what motivated him to start his clothing line, because he believed in himself.
And then you'll do it. Like, if you believe in yourself, then you're gonna push yourself.
Right.
And then when everybody else comes to motivate you, that's just like icing on the cake.
It's an extra push.
Yeah. And then once you get started, like for me, I feel like I didn't got started now, so
you can't stop.
I'm about to take off.
That's right. Good. That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's how we got started. We were like, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it for so long. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And
she came to me. Well, it's crazy because my sister, she was like, yeah, bro, I want to do a podcast. But my sister, she be talking. And I was like, all right, well, if you want to do a podcast, let's see how much the equipment is. Let's go to these podcast little workshops to see how we could get started. But she was kind of dragging her feet a little bit. And I didn't know Christelle. Like, I didn't know that she had the equipment and all of that. She's like, y'all been wanting to do that. I'm like, dang, why you ain't say nothing? And she's like, do you want to do it with me? I was like, sure, heck yeah, why not? I got a whole bunch to talk about. So we just
got time for talk?
Right. Like, so we just put it together, like, and just did it. And it was like successful.
So did you two know each other?
Yeah, this is my aunt.
Niece.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's married to my uncle.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep.
Family thing.
Yeah, so it's family thing. Yeah.
Nice.
So we was just like, let's just do it. Like, and then we was coming up with the name, and then we try to look it up to make sure nobody else ain't had the name. Right. And we was like, man, Love Life After. Like, Love Life After ...
Yeah, because we did. It was supposed to be Live Life After. Like,
Live Life After.
Okay.
But then
it was a sci-fi podcast or a book or something that was named after this. It was like just.
So we were like, because my husband made the logo and he put a heart in front of Life After.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the other girls like, well, why don't you just use the heart and say Love Life After? We was like,
that works.
That's cute. And that was
that works. Love Life After ... Love Life after divorce, separation, depression. Like,
so that leaves it open for
whatever.
So many topics.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
it was successful though. We got a lot of good feedback, and we wanted to continue, especially like locally, with people with businesses and stuff like that. People of color, like that's not really put on platforms and that's not really like noticed like that. We wanted to make sure that we put this in place so that way everybody could shine, not just us.
Yeah, that's nice. So I definitely appreciate the invitation. That's why I was like, I would absolutely do it.
Yeah, I was like, you was the first person on the list.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, Tamika is coming next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Tamika. Oh yeah, she cool. I like Tamika too. I met a lot of people, and I like Tamika too. She has a podcast too, right?
I think she said she was starting a podcast, but she do have a blog.
Okay.
Yeah, and her blog is really cool.
This was definitely
so would you want to come back
for me? Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whenever you want to come back, you in town, just on a Sunday, just let us know, and just be like, hey, I want to come back, even if it's just to
say
help host.
Or you can just sit in and
or let us know how your collection's doing.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all inviting me. It was really nice. Everybody nice. Y'all nice and stuff.
Thank you. Even though you didn't
it was
get
very
to
smooth.
Yeah, I know. We usually had wine too. What happened?
I wouldn't have been able to drink anyway because I gotta get on the highway.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I'm glad y'all.
No drinking and driving, guys.
We do. We're right there. We just gotta tell you.
Oh, well, I'm glad y'all kept it in the cut because we can say that for the next time. The next time I'll stay
right.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay, so we normally do like quotes and stuff. Do you have any quote, like one of your favorite quotes that you like saying, let people know about?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't know.
Do you have a favorite saying that you always say?
I don't.
Okay.
I think I've taken all of my brain juice
and
put it into trying to find little stuff for this collection. Like I guess I forgot about me for a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. Because I was trying to find little sayings for that, like to put on the website. Because I just thought about, I was like, oh, Little Gentleman Collection, keeping your little man a dapper man. So
I like that.
I guess that's gonna be my saying.
Yeah,
that's cute. I like that too.
Okay, and then tell people where they can find you.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Little Gentlemen with the E, because some people put A. Little Gentlemen Collection _ LLC. I'm on Facebook, Mason Luke LGC.shop. Or you can follow me on Facebook too, Lavon Williams. And also you can go to my webpage, www.masonlukelgc.com.
Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, please follow her.
Yes, please.
She's awesome. We're very excited to meet her, and she will be back. We hope.
Oh, I'm coming back, girl. This is my first podcast. I'm coming back.
I know that's right.
I know that's right. Okay, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Let us know if y'all have any feedback. If y'all have any questions for Miss Lavon, y'all could follow her and email us at lovelifeafter18@gmail.com, Facebook love.lifeafter, and Twitter love.lifeafter. Yeah, so just remember to love life after all. Okay, all right. Brittany, you got anything else to say?
Nah. I could say
nah, but yeah.
I don't know. I just, the passing of Nipsey, so all his lyrics and verses be in my head now. But when he said the marathon continues, so don't give up.
All right,
love life after. Thanks, guys.
I'm addicted to a black queen, a black queen.
I know I'm addicted.